Dear students, this video is on class 10, chapter 6, part 12. Today's topic is transportation. So first of all, we will discuss the transportation in human beings. We have seen in previous section that blood transports food, oxygen and waste materials in our bodies. So as you know that blood can transport food, oxygen and waste material. In class 9, we learned about blood being a fluid connective tissue. So blood is a connective tissue as like the bone. Bone is also a connective tissue. Blood consists of a fluid medium called plasma in which the cells are suspended. So blood is a liquid material in which there are three components: red blood cells, white blood cells and plasma. Plasma transports food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste in dissolved form. So being plasma a liquid material, it can transport all the materials, that is food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste, whatever is produced in our body, in the dissolved form. Oxygen is carried by the red blood cells. So oxygen, it is carried by a red blood cell in the blood. Many other substances like salts are also transported by the blood. So salts, it is another material which is also transported by blood. We thus need a pumping organ to push blood around the body, a network of tubes to reach all the tissues and a system in place to ensure that this network can be repaired if damaged. So therefore we need a pumping organ to push the blood. So whatever the materials is carried out by blood, this blood must be pushed to all the cell or the tissue, and there is a network of tissue that can connect all the cells in our body. Similarly, there must be some other system that ensures that if there is any damaged, it can be repairable. So these are the three things we require for the transportation of material in our body. So as you know that for pumping the blood in our body, there is the organ called heart. So we will discuss now the pumping organ, that is heart. So first of all, I would like to uh, clarify some of the parts in the heart, the main organ or component of the heart. So this is the heart. It is as like a fist. The size of this heart is as like fist. Fist means hathor muthi. So here there are 4 chambers. So these are called light blue color. These are called ventricle. Sorry, uh, this lower portion is called ventricle, and this upper portion is called uh, atrium or auricle. So this upper portion, this is called right atrium, and this is called right ventricle, and this portion is called left ventricle, and this is called left atrium. So these are the basically 4 chambers where blood can enter in these chambers for purification and supply to the whole body part through these are the some artery, pulmonary veins, vena cava. So all are doing their functions. So we'll discuss in this topic. So you see in the main topic, that is our pump, the heart. The heart is a muscular organ which is as big as our fist. So it is its size is like our fist, because both oxygen and carbon dioxide have to be transported by the blood. That heart has different chambers to prevent the oxygen-rich blood from mixing with the blood containing carbon dioxide. So here the first question is, why there are 4 chambers or different chambers in the heart? The answer is to prevent the oxygen rich blood, that means oxygenated blood, from mixing with deoxygenated blood, that is the blood containing carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide rich blood has to reach the lungs for the carbon dioxide to be removed, and the oxygenated blood from the lungs has to be brought back to the heart. So this blood, that means impure blood, must be sent to the lungs for the removing of carbon dioxide and adding with the oxygen. This oxygen rich blood is then pumped to the rest of the body. So the oxygen rich means pure blood is transported to all the body from the heart. We can follow this process step by step. So these are the steps, very important step you have to remember. The first step, oxygen rich blood from the lungs comes to the thin walled upper chamber of the heart on the left, that is left atrium. So this oxygen rich blood from the lungs come to the left atrium. So which is left atrium? This is the left atrium. So this is the left atrium, and the blood coming from the lungs in this chamber, that is left atrium. The left atrium relaxes when it is collecting this blood. It then contracts while the next chamber, the left ventricle, expands so that the blood is transferred to it. So what happened? In the second step, when it take blood from the pulmonary from the lungs, it get relaxed. So after collecting the blood from the lungs, it contracts and the blood comes to this chamber. The name of this chamber is left ventricle. When the muscular left ventricle contracts in its turn, the blood is pumped out to the body. Deoxygenated blood comes from the body to the upper chamber on the right atrium as it expands. As the right atrium contracts, the corresponding lower chamber, the right ventricle, dilates. The transfer of blood to the right ventricle, which in turn pumps it to the lungs for oxygenation. So from the left ventricle, the pure blood goes to the different body parts through this aorta. So this is the function of aorta, to send the pure blood to whole body parts. Now from the whole body part, the impure blood comes to the right atrium in this chamber through vena cava from the lower body and vena cava from upper body. So there are two openings through which the impure blood comes to this chamber, that is right atrium. So during the collection of the blood, this chamber becomes relaxed, that means it expands. So after collecting the blood, it will contract, it will contract, and the whole blood will come to this chamber, that is right ventricle. From this right ventricle, it will goes to the lungs for purification. Purification means for oxygenation. Since ventricles have to pump blood into various organs, they have thicker muscular walls than the atria do. So ventricles have the thicker walls because they have to carry the blood with pressure. This is the second question. Why the walls of the ventricles are thicker? Because the thicker muscular walls is helpful for carry the blood with pressure. Next, third question is function of valves. Valves ensure the blood does not flow backwards when the atria or ventricles contract. So it ensures that blood should not flow backwards. So this is the function of valves.